Hi everyone, it's Stephanie with Cowiche Creek Nursery, and today we're going to show you how to revamp a succulent planter. This is a planter I've had. I keep it outside in the summer, bring it in the winter, and I probably had it for 3 or 4 years, and I've just really loved it. I love the combination, but every year it kind of needs a little bit of help. Coming through the winter, you know, there's just a lot of yucky stuff on it, and there's a few things that have rotted. So this gasteria here looks really bad, but I love this gasteria, and it's something I want to keep in here. So I'm just going to pull out some of the rotten stuff and just see what I can do in cleaning stuff up. And if I get down to it and I need to add a few other things to make it look better, I probably will decide on that as I go. So I'm pulling off the rotten stuff, but there's still a lot in here that looks good. What I love about this plant is the structure it brings, and I love the little polka dots on it. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do for right there. This sedum firestorm, I'm just going to trim it up. Whenever you trim something, it's going to force it to branch a little more. So that will help it to even be tighter in there. I have I'll turn this around. This poor echeveria just doesn't look good, so I'm going to pull this out. You can see I had cut it off, but it didn't come back very nice. So we're just going to toss that one. This tip top has been in here for a very long time, and I'm just going to keep trimming on it because it likes to send out new shoots, and I love the little new shoots. They're just really cute. And I think overall that one looks really good, but I'm just going to do just a little bit of trimming. Again, just to force some more fresh branches out on that. And this donkey tail is actually, our burrow tail I think it's called, is coming all the way from the other side. I'm going to leave that for now. On this panda plant, the inside of it's got just some ratty leaves. So I'm just going to come in here and clean this up a little bit. I don't know that I'm going to do any pruning. This is something I might prune later on in the season. I'll just have to see what I think. But I am going to try to grab out some of that stuff at the side. All right, and this Portulacaria variegata, I actually really like it. It's kind of funky. It does some oddball things, but I like how it does that. So I think I'm going to leave that. And again, it's something I might decide to trim throughout the season if it gets too crazy. And this is the one I can't decide if I want to take out because it has this really cute branch coming across. But I think what I'm going to do is cut it all the way back to some starts that are happening right at the center and see what I think. If I like it, we'll just go with it. If I don't, I'll take the whole thing out and put something else in. Okay, so I don't love it. I could wait. So it just depends. I can't, I don't love it now, but you can see all these new starts. These are going to come and get bigger and filled in. So maybe I'll be willing to wait a couple weeks and see what happens with it. If not, I was thinking about replacing it with just something else in the blue tones, maybe like a echeveria snowball. But we'll leave it for now. Because I do like the one that's coming out the other side against the tip top. I think that's really pretty. Okay, and now for this guy, this is a Euphorbia fire stick, and I'm going to trim it back because I like it to be nice and tight, and I wanted to send out new shoots. Euphorbias are toxic, so you need to be careful not to get the sap on your skin. It's like a whitish sap. And I have touched it before, and I am not sensitive to it, but some people can be allergic to that, and it can be a bad situation. But whenever you're dealing with plants, anything that's sappy, anything in a family that you know can be toxic, you just need to be careful. And don't get it all over yourself. Don't get it in your eyes. Wear gloves until you know whether or not you're sensitive to that. Okay, so just by doing that, it will look a little bit funny for a while, especially with all that sap coming out. But everywhere that I cut, it's going to send out a new branch, and so it's going to have those fiery red tips coming out really soon. Okay, so I've done a lot of trimming here, and I could just leave this and let it go. But if I want it to look a little bit better right from the get-go, I don't know. I keep changing my mind. But I think I might want to just try to tuck in something on this side while all these things are trying to fill in. So I'm going to pull this around and see if I can squeeze in a little spot. What's nice about succulents and what I've done with this planter is you can plant them very tightly, very closely. And by constricting their root growth, you're actually constricting the growth of the plant. And that's how I've been able to maintain this planter for multiple years. Okay, so I've got a little hole. I'm going to see if I can squeeze this in there. And I'm just doing this, like I said, to kind of provide something pretty on this side while we're waiting for the gasteria and this sedum to kind of push some new growth. So once these start growing well, this wouldn't be as big a deal, but it'll help it look better for now. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to give it it looks like it needs some water right now. We're going to give it lots of sunshine. And after doing that trimming, it should flesh out some new growth soon and look really nice for the summer. Thanks.